Hi, my name is Kelsey Merle, and on September 4th, 2014, at 4 p.m., I participated in Where Do You Go to Church? A dialogue on religious discrimination. Um, we talked about an identity wheel on social identities, and 3 to 5 of my social identities would include my national origin. I'm a U.S. citizen. My sex is female, and my race is Caucasian. My primary first language was English, is English. Um, so that kind of helped to break the ice of the dialogue to just see who's similar to you, who's different than you. My dialogue experience overall, I really enjoyed it. I don't think I fully read all of the details on the dialogue because I didn't realize that walking in, everyone in that room was going to be Christian as well. That kind of surprised me. Because I think I read it on religious discrimination, but then when I walked in, it was like, oh, this is the opinion of a bunch of Christians, whether we discriminate on other religions. And that was more eye-opening, I guess, because that's not really the most popular topic to talk about, I guess. I enjoyed the game of extremes. Where do you fall on the scale? And they asked really easy questions like, are you proud to be a Christian? Everyone goes to the yes side, and they're like, yeah, I'm really excited. I'm really proud of my religion, and I would love to share with others. But then that game kind of showed you that it's a spectrum, so you're not always going to be a yes when you have to answer questions such as, do you interact daily or regularly with people of other religions? And I can't fully say yes because I really don't. I have a lot of friends that are, but on a day-to-day basis, most of the time I'm talking with people about church and going to church and Christianity. And then there are really hard questions that no one knew how to answer, and that was really apparent because the spectrum was just all messed up. When you ask a question like, have you ever judged someone based on their religious views? And as a Christian, you don't want to lie. And you want to be this perfect person all the time, really, you do, but there's no way you can fully answer that without being honest with yourself and saying, yeah, I have actually judged someone before. And I brought that up in my contribution to the discussion, I guess, at my high school. The year before me, a guy actually, he protested having a prayer at graduation, so he got the attention of a national advocacy group, and they worked together, and they protested the school board, and we got our graduation prayer banned, so my graduation did not have a prayer at it. And I had to openly admit, yeah, I kind of judged him. I was kind of mad at him. Why did he have to make such an uproar? Why couldn't he just have been okay with a Christian prayer? And, that sparked a lot of conversation. It kind of sparked the whole thing about, well, what's expected of your religion? How, what's the dominant religion? How can you assume that there is one? Can you ask someone to follow that even if they're not of that religion? As in, what if someone had wanted to have an Islamic prayer instead, a Muslim prayer, and, what if you're not Muslim? Would you have still said that because of freedom of religion? Or is it the same to say, well, yeah, you should just listen to my Christian prayer, even if you're not? Which really just opened up the floor for a lot of people to talk. A lot of people had similar experience like that. Which brings me to the point where I definitely learned a lot about other people's life experiences. The most interesting was to see people who were from the north and their impressions of coming down to a Bible Belt of South Carolina, Clemson, and being totally overwhelmed by how many Christian groups that there are and the lack of diversity in them. So there's FCA, Clemson Wesley, so many Christian groups, but there's not that many that are of Islam or of Hindu or other religions. And that was surprising because I'm so used being from a small town in the South. I'm so used to, yeah, everything's a Christian club. But their opinions really enlightened me to see that no, in other places in the world, there's a lot more openness towards diversity and religious diversity, and not just culturally. What makes dialogue different? Dialogue can only occur really in if other opinions are there, if other people give feedback. It can either be an awkward silence or it can really bounce off of each other. And like it's not like this where I'm just talking to you and you're forced to listen to me. Dialogue is more of a game. It's interactive. It's less planned, but there's always mutual respect. It reminds me a lot of brainstorming, like you do in class, where you are supposed to accept what other people say and there's no judgment. But it's not all planned. It's spontaneous and it's fun. However, everyone feels comfortable, and that's the key thing in both of those instances. Any other observations, really? I enjoyed the dialogue. I thought it was fun. The 2 hours went by really fast once people started talking, and it really gave me an open mind to, just how important it is to be aware of not only the people around you, but of your surroundings and how you come across. Because there's a lot of impressions and stereotypes that people can think of, even if you're not trying to give them off. So I'm a Christian in the South, but I hope I can also be open-minded and welcoming, really, to anyone of any religion. So, thank you.